Welcome to TwoQuestions.tv. With me today is Dolph Lundgren, and we're talking about training like an action hero at any age. Welcome to TwoQuestions.tv. I'm Susan Baroncini-Moe. Joining me today is Dolph Lundgren. You probably know him as an internationally renowned action star who has a third-degree black belt in karate. Don't make him mad. Well, what you might not know is he's super smart. He earned his master's degree in chemical engineering, and he had a full scholarship to MIT. He served as the 1996 Olympic pentathlon, and he also has devoted the last 30 years to starring as an action hero in Hollywood. He built his workout philosophy by implementing virtually every known diet and training program, and he's one of the most accomplished and credible fitness and diet gurus today. And he's the author of this book, Train Like an Action Hero, which we're talking about today. Hi, Dolph. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Susan.
I'm so happy to have you on the show. And I loved your book, even though I'm not a dude.
No, it's not only for dudes.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, I know. There's actually, sometimes I'm good with asking people just two questions. And other times I wish I had 10 or 20. And you're one of the people I wish I had so much more time and so many more questions I could ask.
Thanks. Actually, when I saw the email, I thought it said 20 questions. So I'm relieved. It's just two.
Just two. Well, okay. So in the book, you talk about a concept called fully integrated training. And because my audience is largely entrepreneurs, executives, and business owners who, like you, travel a lot and are super busy. And you talked about fully integrated training as a concept that really helps you manage staying healthy and your busy lifestyle. Could you explain a little bit about what that is?
Well, the word integrated means that you have to marry your training with your life. And of course, today, everybody's so busy that is the most important thing for most people. It's not a matter of finding the best trainer or the biggest gym or lift the heaviest weights, but it's like, how can I work this into my life? How can I integrate this into my lifestyle? And I think, well, in my case, I travel a lot. I must be traveling probably, let's say at least 150 days out of the year. I'm always somewhere else, not at home. And I think the most important thing is to have a choice, to have an armory of various exercises and workouts that you can pick from. So depending how you feel that day or how you feel it the evening before, you realize, I have less time, I have more time, I'm tired, I feel into it. Then you can pick from these exercises and various activities. Some can be as easy as go for a walk, others is going to the gym, some are training at home. Some maybe in a home gym, and some are cardiovascularly focused, and some are more strength-oriented. Some are is about flexibility, and some are more rehab-oriented if you have injuries and you're older. So I think that's kind of my philosophy, and that's what I live by, and that's how I get by. Because people think I have all the time in the world to train. But sometimes I do. But a lot of times I don't, so I have to be clever about it.
So you've been an athlete most of your life, really. You've been exercising and healthy for a lot of your life. But maybe someone's watching this show today and maybe they've been working in an office in a sedentary job for a long time, and maybe they've neglected their health. Maybe they haven't eaten right, they haven't worked out. So now they're, equipped with your book. What's the best place to start? Is it a book for beginners? Is there somewhere that they could really start to get in shape again? Because we're not even running around a block if we're at that point.
I agree. That's a tough question. Yeah, I mean, that's a hard situation to be in if you're older, because if you start when you're younger, you have it in you, and you kind of always keep it up to some extent, and you have that muscle memory. Mm-hmm. So maybe a lot of guys, they do sports in school, in high school perhaps, and even in college, and then they get a well-paid job, but they have to work a lot. And I think, reading the book, I mean, it depends on your personality. You could either start, at the beginning, which is more inspirational, talk about how, I had a lot of allergies, I had a lot of problems as a kid with my dad, and emotional problems, and I had to overcome that, and then start working out. So I went through a lot of hardships as well. So you could start there, or you could start, for instance, there's a section about workouts at home, like, stuff you can do without equipment. And I think maybe that's probably a good place to start. Obviously, you need to put blood into your muscles, into your body. And your body is an amazing machine. It's very efficient, and it learns very, very quickly. The human body is amazing. And if you walk 10 minutes on Monday, by Wednesday, if you get another chance to walk, you'll automatically kind of want to go 13 minutes or 15 minutes. So by starting at a very slow rate, doing some push-ups off your knees, you can do a little bit of sit-ups, you can warm up before you do that. Soon you may get a little bit of a hunger for more training. Your body's feeling, oh, this feels good. I got more blood circulating through my joints. I feel looser. I can think a little better. And then before you know it, the best thing would be to become a member in a gym. And even if you want to invest a little more, because they're not that expensive these days, get a private trainer like twice a week. And that way you have an appointment that you paid for, which means you're probably going to show up, and you have somebody there who will kind of make you kind of put your brain on vacation, and then the guy or the woman tells you what to do, and I think that's a pretty good way to kind of think about it.
That sounds like it makes a lot of sense. I really liked the beginning of the book. I didn't know, it made me feel so much better. I think, people look at you and they go, Dolph Lundgren, he's, always in shape. He's the action hero. He must have always been like that. But that's not true. You did not start out as a healthy human being. You started out with a lot of health issues as a kid, and that surprised me.
Yeah, I was very, very sick. I was about a 3 or 4-year-old. I had this problem with my airways, so I had to get in there and I had to cut it open, and it was in pretty bad shape. I don't know how bad, because my parents wouldn't tell me really, but I think it was serious. And then from that on, I had asthma until I was about 14, 15. So I couldn't really partake in sports and things of this nature. My dad was this Army officer, and he was a very smart guy. He was an engineer, but he was kind of physically violent. I'm sure he'd been probably beat up when he was a kid, like, a lot of people were in those days back in the 30s when he grew up. Sure. So he was kind of abusive towards me occasionally. And so I was emotionally kind of weak and physically weak, and I had to get myself out of that. And if you speak to a lot of football players or boxers or wrestlers, I mean, you'll probably hear 8 or 9 out of 10 guys will have some kind of background like that, where you had to fight against, heavy odds when you were little.
Interesting.
So that's the same for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, the book is great. And even though I said earlier, I'm not a dude, I really liked it. I liked the part about nutrition. I actually thought it was something I'm a woman. I can use it, you guys. I can totally follow this. And also my husband as well. And so viewers, make sure you get this book. It is surprising. It's insightful. It's thought-provoking. It's honest, and it's super practical. There's lots of actual exercises in here. Definitely recommend, on my top 10 list already for the year. Dolph, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks, Susan. And remember, on the diet session, you can cheat 1 day a week. You eat anything you want. Just remember that.
The best day.
Anything.
That's the best day.
That's the best day.
Right on. Well, thank you for being on the show.
All right, thanks. Nice talking to you.
You too. Viewers, again, here's the book, Train Like an Action Hero, and we'll have a link to Amazon down below in the show notes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.